And it's official. Carlos Simons QC has formally announced his candidacy for leader of the Progressive National Party, the PNP, and News 4 was on hand to hear what he had to say. It was a room filled to capacity at the Opus restaurant earlier today as PNP supporters, curious onlookers, and media personnel witnessed Carlos Simons QC announcing that he is running for the top spot at the PNP party's national convention set for August 2010.
After long and careful consideration, and after close consultation with people I trust and upon whom I shall rely going forward, and after much prayer, I have decided to contest the leadership of the Progressive National Party at the party's Leadership Congress to be held this August. I did not come to this decision lightly, and quite frankly, it will take more than I have heard, seen, or read so far to drive me from the field before the race is run.
With cheers from the audience, the former chairman of the Consultative Forum said he is hopeful that he's gained support from senior PNP officials, and despite not having the full support of the party, unity is important at the end of the day, and that he believes can be achieved.
This leads me directly to the one criticism that has been made against my candidacy, i.e., that I tried to destroy the party, that I am not a true PNP. That I am a British operative, and it pains me to say, a traitor. That all comes to the same thing. Nothing could be further from the truth. My intention was and remains to secure the long-term viability of the party as an instrument of government, and so far as I could, to protect the country from the consequences of a weakened and disoriented PNP that also happened to be the government of the day. I am sure that those with whom I had the privilege of working in that effort were similarly motivated.
In outlining his objectives for the Progressive National Party, Simon said he intends to take the party back to its own fundamental principles, which are to preserve, protect, and defend the democratic rights of the people as enshrined in the Constitution of the TCI and the United Nations Convention of Human Rights. Simon said he's confident that he has a good chance of taking on the role as party leader.
I have to acknowledge, I'm the underdog in the race. I am an outsider compared, you've seen my record. I've spent the last 20 years away from frontline party politics. So I must be behind other potential candidates who have up until, and continue to be, involved in the day-to-day affairs of the party. So I am the outsider, I am the underdog. I have a great deal of ground to make up. And, I'm really not sure the extent to which my record is going to assist with that. I hope it does. But I'll tell you what, I'm ready for the fight, and I fancy my chances.
But can Simon serve the people of the TCI better now after resigning as Consultative Forum chairman, as opposed to PNP leader if elected August of this year?
The interim government is temporary. It must be. It represents a sweeping away of the democratic process in the TCI. And its only justification could be its temporary nature. At the end of it, self-rule will be returned. And with it, we have to have strong, responsible leadership. I offer my services in that effort. I believe that I am able. I've never had any doubt about my ability to do the job. I have searched myself carefully, and I'm satisfied that I also have the temperament and the determination to do the job.
Also in attendance were former ministers Royal Robinson, Samuel Bean, Greg Liburn, and Wayne Garland. Garland spoke to our cameras and said he gave Simon his full support and believes that he's the man for the job.
Actually, I think it's great that he has put himself forward, as a candidate for the PNP. I think, while we have a whole, great slew of candidates that will, representing or putting themselves up for representation as lead of the party in the upcoming August convention, I think Mr. Simons, for me, clearly presents, what I think the party should be, for leadership going forward. I think it represents, the credibility, the experience that, that's necessary to take the party forward.
Radio talk show host and rumored candidate for the PNP helm, Robert Hall, was also in attendance. He didn't question Simons, but he did wish him well.
Well, I thought it was an excellent effort on the part of Mr. Simons, and I deliberately didn't ask any question. I just made a brief statement wishing all of the candidates for leadership of the PNP the very best, and urged all of them to put country and party above self.
Simons has since resigned as chairman of the Consultative Forum and president of the Bar Council. For WIB4 News, I'm Takara Bain.